Hey everyone, it's Holly and I'm back with another Most Owned Authors video, and this one is going to be the romance edition. And just like with my non-romance one, I'm not going to show you the books because, especially with this one, it would destroy my romance bookshelf to take these out because it's basically my whole bookshelf. And just like before, I'll do it in ascending order. So number 10 is Susan Elizabeth Phillips with 7 books. This one actually kind of surprised me. I didn't realize I owned so many of her books. I've read a lot more, but I got them from the library. She writes contemporary romance. Next is Alice Clayton, and with her I own 8 books, all 8 books that are currently out, so the whole Cocktail series and the whole Redhead series. Next is Lorraine Heath with 9 books. She is a recent find, but I'm loving her and buying her books like crazy. She writes historical romance. Next is Suzanne Enoch with 10 books. I own a lot of her historicals, but I also own 2 of her contemporaries in, I think it's called the Samantha Jellicoe series. I feel like that's kind of an underrated series. I like it. It's about like a reformed criminal. I actually own a lot of her books as ebooks. So I own more than this, but I just don't count those for this. Next, with 12 books, is Eloisa James. I own almost her whole Desperate Duchess series and her fairy tale retellings as well. I think I do own all of her fairy tale retellings. And then I just have kind of some like odds and ends books for her. And she also writes historical romance. Next, also with 12 books, is Rachel Gibson. She writes contemporary romance, and I kind of have like a hodgepodge of her books. I own a few of her Chinooks hockey player books, which I enjoy, and then I have a few of her other stuff. Next, with 16 books, is J.R. Ward. So I own most of the Black Dagger Brotherhood series, 3 books in her Fallen Angels series, and then I have a companion book, which is like a guide companion thing to the Black Dagger Brotherhood that also has a little novella in it about Zadist and Bella, who are my favorites, so of course I have to have it. Next, with 18 books, is Sabrina Jeffries. I own most of her series, so I don't even remember what they're all called, but I own that like Royal Bastards Brotherhood series, which is a trilogy, The Hellions of Halstead Hall, some of her School for Heiresses books, her newer series I own like 3 of the books in. Next is Julia Quinn, who I also own 18 books by. I have like her first 3 series I think I own complete. And then that was when I like discovered Julia Quinn. I went online and just ordered her whole backlist. I own about half of the Bridgerton series, and then I don't know if it's a series, but the like connected books that are like The Secret Diaries of Miss Miranda Cheever and 10 Things I Love About You and What Happened in London, those like books I own. And then her Smythe, however you say that series, I own most of those as well. And last, coming in with 24 books, and is no surprise to me at all, is Lisa Kleypas. I own almost every single one of her historical novels. I own 3 of her contemporaries, Christmas at Friday Harbor, which I didn't like at all, so I have not continued that series. Well, I don't want to say not at all, but I didn't really like it. I own Blue-Eyed Devil and Smooth Talking Stranger, and then her historicals, and oh my gosh, I love them. So I have like the Wallflower series, including the like little Christmas novella that goes with it, the Hathaways. I own a huge, I think I own, it's the Bow Street Runners. I have a few of those. Yeah, I own most of her books. I believe I have read every single one of her historicals that takes place in England. And if she would write more historicals, I would buy them, but I'm not buying her contemporaries because I don't like them unless they talk about the Travis family, and then I'm all over it again. So those are my most owned romance authors. If you have any comments or questions, or you want to suggest anything to me, feel free to do so down in the comments below. Oh, I do know there is only one paranormal author on here, and that's J.R. Ward. I do own a lot more than that. I would say if you included my ebooks, Gina Showalter would be on this list, and probably, what is her name? Janine Frost and Jessica Anderson, probably too. I don't talk about Jessica Anderson really. I believe she's a critique partner with J.R. Ward, and I've read a lot of her books. I got them from like the library and ebooks and everything. But she's good too. So, but I do read paranormal, I promise. I just like don't own physical copies of a lot of them. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.